dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying. Stuck beneath the spinning glow of a familiar hue. Struck by your impression like all of those next to you. But I will try to stand and make it down the hall. But in the sound, I'm barely here at all. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying so hard to meet you where you are. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying so hard. I met you in the yellow light of a sign that bore your name. You said it was a coincidence, but one you can't explain. Said I'm not going to read more other than I should. But when you smiled, I knew I always would. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room, but I am trying. Stuck beneath the spinning glow of a familiar hue. Struck by your impression like all of those next to you. But I will try to stand and make it down the hall. But in the sound, I'm barely here at all. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but it's too soon. I wanna meet you but I can't speak. Or dead across the room. I wanna meet you at a slow dance. I wanna meet you but
My camera. I have my little camera cover on. Here we go. Sorry, I was dealing with emotes. I'm trying to transfer the raw files of some of my emotes onto my iPad so that I can work on making new ones. Because I want to try to clear out some of the cat ones, because the cat ones are placeholders while I try to make more of like the summer themed emotes. I can't do animated ones is the problem, so I rely a lot on like the Twitch animation thing. I can try to do animated. I don't know how to animate, so I don't know. That's what I was doing. Also, I had a water bottle with me, and I don't... There it is. Never mind. Found it. Got Okay. Hi, Hesky. Sorry, just explaining what I was doing today. I'm trying to figure out how to transfer files. I have to go get my laptop from downstairs because a lot of the files that I need are there. I had to convert a lot of them because, like, I don't have Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop, so a lot of the files come in Photoshop versions, and I can't load them onto my Procreate on my iPad because it's too old. I might end up just fucking coughing up the money from my savings. It'll take, like, basically half of my savings. I end up coughing up the money. Because I don't want to buy Photoshop because it's so expensive. Hi, Abstract. Okay. September 9th, 9:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today. Phoenix? Look! Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying I'm going to be guilty? End of story? I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything. Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? And how can we know that? The guilty always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who is innocent. All that I can hope to do is all I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? I didn't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Next. Well, the court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney, oh my god, your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What? Okay, let's do this. September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor. I'll be defending myself. Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today will be today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. Let's see. The prosecution may call its witness. That went far too smoothly. Didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? He already knows why. Anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose. I mean, it's not going to make a difference. Because he's still coming to talk today anyway, so let it go. Objection. Mr. Edgeworth, you owe the court an explanation. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere. Would you like to call, or I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name. You wish to know the title of my personage? Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, oh my god, look. Oh my god, what is that word? Locution? Locutions? Objection? What, is that word locutions? Do my locutions confuse? Name! These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends sometimes call me Blanco Nino. I'm the CEO, or, to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corps. It's supposed to be Blue Corp, but every time I see Corp with like a P, like Corps with a P, and I was Corn. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. Can't rip this guy's testimony apart. I'm done for. I just feel like the end of the world, like it's the end of the world. I'm the last man standing. Say his name was White Boy? No, his name is Red White. His name is Mr. Red White of Blue Corps. Corps, I don't know. Every time that I see like the word like C-O-R-P, I think it's like Corps, like Marine Corps. Blanco Nino. Oh yeah, I guess that would be... No, because wouldn't that be Nino? That would be, like I said, I guess it's spelled the same, it's just one has an accent. I had a friend growing up that her little brother, they exclusively called him Nino, but like to the point where I didn't even actually know what his name was. Like genuinely, I think it was, I'm pretty sure his name was Emmanuel, but I didn't actually know for certain because they only called him Nino. He was the youngest of 4. He was their only boy. And he was the youngest of the 4. But I genuinely didn't know what his name was. I thought his name was Emmanuel but I could be totally wrong because I'm pretty sure I only ever heard him get called his name like once. I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Have it, Phoenix. This testimony. Witness's account. Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly... I was quietly perusifying, or that is, reading to you some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way, and then I saw him. The spiky-haired man attacked a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once, and she too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. It looks like a JoJo character. A lot of people in Phoenix Wright, I could argue, would you could drop them into the JoJo universe in the same style, and they would still look like JoJo characters. They'd fit right in. Things occurred as you testified, and I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant, I mean, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Pink hair? He has purple hair! The lady had pink hair from yesterday. Or not yesterday, from last Saturday. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I don't have to repeat this. So, it was 9. He was reading papers by the window. Oh, I meant pink suit. So, if he was reading by the window, Like, what was he reading? But I also don't think that that's it. Although I guess I could press and ask him what he was reading. By the window. You mean the one directly across from Fayco and law offices? Correct. That is the only window, you see. And there you were reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Okay, so that didn't answer my question. I heard a bedlam coming from outside. So, what does he mean by outside? A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Okay, wait. Guys, to turn to the building across the way. Wait, wasn't she getting coffee, though? Wasn't she getting coffee from the guy in the hallway? What was Miss May doing at the time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV. No, she wasn't. She was getting coffee. Did you know that... hold on. I'm moving too fast. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Fey woman. You're a good politician, Mr. White. I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue. Okay, but no. So... she was in the hallway, wasn't she? Oh, but I don't have that affidavit anymore. Okay, so that's not it then. The victim ran away, so May said that too. I need a picture of Summer as Phoenix, just in the blue suit and everything. Just I don't know if I could draw that. I could try though. Are you sure you saw me? Spiky haired. That's it? That's all he had to say? Okay, what you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that this assailant was a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. Summer Wright, mermaid at law. We'll add them together. I think the witness is trying to say that his eyesight is good. And what did you do then? I don't get it. The judges suck in these games. They always do. But it's just because it's like... it's kind of like a toddler where you just kind of have to lead them by the hand the entire time. And if they don't see something that immediately contradicts whatever they're thinking, they just assume that they're right. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The woman was attacked by you and ran to the left. That's wrong. Didn't May say she ran to the right? You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? Hold on, hold on. Didn't... yeah, she said she dodged to the right. So why are they saying two different directions? As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. Okay, so now I can present this saying she didn't dodge to the left, she went to the right. Now I just see Summer in a power suit in court with the judges as toddlers on one of those leashes, those like backpack leashes that always look like lions or like dinosaurs or something. Come along, Judge. It's time for your nap. It's nap time, Judge. He's like, he's on the floor, like rolling around with his arms flailing, like, I don't want to go take a nap. I don't want to go take a nap. It's not nap time yet. And then you just have to kind of pick him up in the back of the shirt and tell them it's nap time. Wait, right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. I'm clipping that. She clearly stated that the victim ran to the right. It's simple. You've misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. He's lying about this one. You really did see the victim run to the left? So, he witnessed the... Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Miss May says right, and Mr. White says left. Can you explain the contradiction to the court? I can. They're both right. They're both right because if she's up in the building, her right, but if he's down in the building with, like, as the attacker, his left. They're both correct. Both witnesses are telling the truth for once. I doubt it. Or rather, that doesn't clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain the conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel. Summer homes. No, I actually this is one of the cases I do know how it ends, so. I know the first case, I know the tutorial case, this case, and the last case in this game. Anything in the middle is going to be me going, how did you get over there? Wait, what does that thing say? Like, yeah, I know how this one ends, so we're fine. I've never played through this, though. Because I've only ever, like, I've seen the anime, and then I've played through this case, like, twice, but I've never actually finished it, because every time that I start this game, I have to put it down for a really long time, and then I start the game over, and... So I've done this several times now. The cases in the middle of the game are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do, chat. Yes, what do you mean by he was not viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? The law offices of Faye & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Oh, fuck. Here? This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would have appeared as if she ran to the left. This is no time for jokes and ill taste. This is where the killer was standing. Want a gavel so that I can yell in court? Order! Have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Abscallion? The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. They have to use such big words, dude. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. No, he's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me realize something. It appears that I have been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, may I be allowed to testify once more? Well, here your revised testimony. Good luck. Can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Witness testimony. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she ran to the left. Or she first ran to the left, and then you hit her. Savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That can't be right either. Because the cause of death said that she could have been alive for a couple of minutes, but she used the herb for a couple of moments. But she used those couple of moments to supposedly write the note. This is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? But also, doesn't the autopsy report say she was only hit once? That does seem to make sense. Yeah, wait, hold on. Doesn't the autopsy report say once? Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after. Be willing to cross-examine the witness? You bet I will. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, hold on. You first ran to the left, you hit her, and then she ran to the right. This doesn't make sense. Because she would have been on the floor. What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that. Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. Which doesn't make sense, though. But I'm worried about, like, presenting something. Because if you present something, your, like, mirror goes down if it's wrong. Stop saying it was me! But it was you.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I not do anything right? Anything? May I continue? I hate his smug look. What do you mean first? Sorry, I'm shifting around in my chair. First? That is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That's what I said. I don't get it. I know that what the problem is, but I didn't hit anyone. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point in hiding things from the court. Hiding anything. Prosecution requests that the defense refrains from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you warned. Mad at me. The thing is, don't get it. Because I know the problem is the fact that if she supposedly was... You're dying out there. I'm not dying yet. Hold on. I wish it would, like, mark if you were done with certain objects, but obviously they can't do that because there's no mystery in it then. The music didn't stop. It's wrong. Your Honor, the statement... No, it doesn't. It does. I don't see a contradiction. I know what the problem is. I just don't know how to present it. each of you saw different parts. Absolutely. That's right, of course. Pick up that annoying phrase. Anyway, moving along. Oh my god, I know what the... You hit her twice, but I don't think that... No! It was one! Mr. White, the victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? I knew that the problem was the fact that she couldn't have been hit twice, I just didn't know where to present or what or where to present it. Chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I empathically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice. Don't let him get away. We just beat up Edgeboy. No! No, we cannot. Very well. The witness would care to revise his testimony. My side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard the thing fall. Then, the moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left, the killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did hit her. Then you did her in with a single blow. Whap. Mob justice. Whap indeed. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Two accounts. So, what other window? You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand. I don't remember her falling over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something seem to strike you that is odd? Yes. It is odd. It's further. Mr. White. What? You're saying that you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry. My bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. The light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Then, the moment I saw... Okay, hold on. So, I have... Stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Can I look at this? No, it isn't.
Objection!
He couldn't have seen it. It's out of the view of the window. Right? It is impossible for you to have seen the glass stand. What? Look at this. These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area that you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not visible within the area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that? Ridiculously. Mr. White, if you were at the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way that you could have recognized the broken shards of the glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. The only place that you could have seen that from is from inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Now, can I beat this guy up? Yes, you can beat up Red White, but not Edgeworth. Mr. White. Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor. Both? Okay, no, not both. Miss Mia. To get a verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. What? Oh, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White, I think that the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said that you should confess your crime. Ergo, the confession that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corps. He has ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay. Does that have to do with what in the matlock? Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office, and by who? You wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office, am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached Fay & Co. law offices. That is, when I saw the accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew that the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. White would like you to believe that, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White has been to the office well before the murder took place, when he went to place the wiretap. Have seen the glass light stand then. Ago, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture that it is. Objection leading the witness. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about the wiretapping. Leave it to me. And witness testimony, the wiretapping. It was in the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. You saw the stand before the night. This is how you were able to identify that it had fallen over by the sound? Correct! That is correct. See. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Supposed to do next. The wiretapping. Okay. Look at my... Actually, hold on. The week before the murder. Why were you wiretapping her? Do you have proof? Miss April May knew that the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. That proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Well, I knew that, but... had entered the Fangirl law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That's when I saw the glass light stand. What was your business there to begin with? Was it really you that went into the offices? Or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found with Fangirl law offices. They were obviously Mr. White's. Edgeworth, he's run a check on those prints. Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to Fangirl law offices. But how did you get... Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on your current case, Mr. Oh my god, this has no current... Oh my god. Doesn't matter. Lucor is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect the client confidentiality. Yes, but technically doesn't that not... Can she, like, subpoena for that kind of, like, information? Like, what the fuck were you in there and why were you tapping the phone? Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess that made a lasting impression. Such a beautitious. Such a beautitious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all. It's got something to do with the glass shards, so... I don't think this is going to be needed until the end. No, that's not... Wait. I have a really stupid question. Because I don't know anything about wiretapping. If you place a wiretap in a phone, do you need to have like a secondary tap for like a different phone so that they communicate with one another, or does it not matter? It probably doesn't matter. I literally don't know what to do. Oh, you're supposed to listen to it a couple of times in a row. Seems like they're stopping me. I'm afraid that that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. Right? Are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix! Over here! Mia? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia! She just fucking faints. In the middle of court, just falls over, faints. Where am I? What happened? Oh, right. Lost the trial. Hallucinating. You're finally awake. Ah! Hey! Phoenix! No way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that it was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. Oh, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me. Maya never gave up, and you can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But you don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. You have the receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah. The one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix. Wright wrote that, not me. Or what? I keep mixing up Wright and White because they are written really similar. Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. A regular receipt. It's from a famous department store? $1,000. Damn, big purchase. Item. Glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th! That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was at the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. You just have to prove it. Right. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Yo, waifu. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant, or rather, are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor, there is nothing to get back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment onto the defendant, Phoenix Wright. Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you that this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Wedgeworth? Ooh, Edgeworth has noted, trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Well, begin your cross-examination. Okay, hold on. Do I present it? When do I present it? Here it is. So, do I present it here when it says this is when? That is when I saw the glass light stand, or do I say specifically a week ago? Probably here. Objection! Here, okay. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. They didn't think to look at the other side of the receipt at all before they got this far into the trial. Other side? Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. The date of purchase, that was the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? Oh my god, impossible. Oh god. Well, Your Honor, I understand this might be quite a bit of pressure on you, but I think that you'll agree that you can't judge me as guilty under these circumstances. Well, then, that is all for the trial of... Objection! Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Forgot it's Edgeworth. You guys can't see my mouse. I'm sorry. I keep moving my mouse around the screen. That's probably super annoying. There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, this is not concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. So, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't gonna be another one of those updated autopsy reports, is it? He just makes evidence as he pleases. God. No. Not allowed. If I'm not allowed, you're not allowed. Mr. White is obviously guilty. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, if anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. The objection's denied. What? The completion of the trial of Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. Oh, no telling what will happen if I can't end up this now. Be sure to come up with or just make up something. He has showed up to help me and all. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course. Thank you for your time. The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix, read this note out loud. What is this? Mia's memo. A list of people's names in Mia's hand. Memo has been received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may. You are quite persistent today, Mr. Wright. Yeah, my life's writing on the line. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. I haven't. Stop! Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Mia with... Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You've done it again! That was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. You knew how spirited it was. Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. Yay! Confetti! Courtroom confetti. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But, congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. Lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad I made it. Thank you. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget this as long as I live. My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief. I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix. Can you come to the office tonight? Say 9? Office. I'll see you later. Maya! Mia, not Maya. Whoa. I saw, like, the clothes and it just... September 9th, 9:02 p.m., Faye & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's hard not to think that night. You came! Yeah. I was kind of worried you might not. Of course I came. Well then? I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Yeah. You should see your face. Mia, what are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Do I look like my sister? Like you were her. Be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya? Why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. Law offices, right? And who better but me? Maya Faye reporting for duty. Wait, no, 1 second. Let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. You know what this means? We're partners! You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault. Here now. But hadn't been for her, I'd possibly be in jail. Wright & Co. Law offices. Got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here. Right. Okay. Nick, let's get to it. What? Burgers, dummy! Burgers! There's a great burger joint down the street. Come on! It's time's wasting. Okay, hey, wait up! The end. I'm sitting in front of... Vaporeon and I are sitting in front of it. A new episode's been added. Progress? Yes. Turnabout Samurai. Disgrace me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The pale moon in the sky cries for your blood. Moon? No, it is you who should gaze upon the moon, for it will be the last moon you ever see. See you in hell, evil magistrate. Ooh! The warrior's swords gleam and strike in the moonlight. One has fallen, but who? Only the moon knows. Don't miss next week's exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns. I would like you to know, I did not have my hand on anything. That entire scene played out completely on its own, and I had to say that as fast as I could before the words started disappearing. October 14th, 5:31 p.m., Wright & Co. Law offices. That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate. Oh, stop waving the broom around. Nick, I didn't see you were there. course I'm here. What surreal show you were watching? What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai? He's only the most popular TV hero for the young people. Young? Like how young? 10 years old? What are you doing? Why getting all excited then? Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17. See? I'm a teen, not like you, Nick. Hey, don't talk to me like I'm like your grandpa or something. I'm 24. He's 24. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna be older than him soon. He's 24. I'm 23. I'm gonna be older than him soon. God, the worst part about getting older is like finding out that you're significantly older than like characters in games that you have like played a couple years ago. Like for instance, like one of my favorite games out there is Final Fantasy 15, right? So I am older than every single one of the guys in the main cast at this point. I think the only one I'm not totally sure of is I'm not actually sure how old Ignis is, but I'm pretty sure I'm older than him at this point. I know I'm older than Noctis and Prompto. And then I think Gladio's like maybe a year or so. He's either exactly my age or he's a year under me. When was this game made? Oh shit, 2001? 2005. Shoot. Let me look. When did Phoenix Wright? Oh, if I could spell the word Phoenix. Phoenix Wright. I know that like in like a legitimate timeline, he's actually supposed to. He's like 36 or something now, because they like have time pass between games. That is a really nice picture of him. That is not what I'm looking for though. When did it first release? The first one was on the Game Boy Advance. This is gonna date me. His documented age range is 21 to 35. Because they don't necessarily tell you exactly how old he is in any of the games outside of like this. This is like, they tell you he's 24 here, but then like his age is really up for debate depending upon like where you are in the series. According to his Wikipedia, according to the Phoenix Wright Wikipedia, he was born somewhere in between 1992 to 1993. And this game, I don't remember when it takes place. Like early 2000s. Give me dates, guys. Come on. This is like Phoenix's actual wiki, though. Give me like the game series wiki. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, so the first game released in Japan in 2001. It was originally debuted, however, it released on the DS for American audiences 4 years later in 2005. So the games came out in 2001 originally. I think the game, it said when it states the date, doesn't it? 24. And watch it with me. He's really cool and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was #1. I really worry about kids these days. Ramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over, so I guess it's time to close up the office. I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month has passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time, but no one paid any attention to Wright & Co. law offices. The rent this month. It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner. October 6th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Hello? This is Phoenix. Nick? Maya? But it's still early. It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested! Huh? The guy on the show? Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain. Isn't that what he's supposed to do? Yeah, on TV. Yeah. TV. No, I mean he actually did it, like in real life. He skewered a villain with his samurai spear. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Just come to the office, quick, please, Nick. October 16th, 9:22 a.m., Wright & Co. Law offices. You know, I would have figured a lawyer would have been out of bed and in his office before 9. I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how law offices work. For some reason, I always think that lawyers are in like their offices by like 7 a.m. Like at least like at the latest 8. Maya's here, watching television. And now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers plays the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. He was arrested on the suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who plays the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside of the Evil Magistrate costume. The Steel Samurai spear was also found stuck through his body. Police believe that this was the murder weapon and are investigating further. It's Phoenix Wright, he can do what he wants. This has to be a joke. No, this is a nightmare. The Steel Samurai's over. The world is over. Yes? Wright & Co. Law offices. What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! What? Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick. Oh, go where? They have the Steel Samurai down in detention. So what? So, I've decided we're gonna be the first on this case. What to do? Well, what should we do? What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai. Do you always want to investigate this? Does she want to investigate this case, or do I just want to see some sightseeing? The money's on sightseeing. I don't have enough information to make a case yet. Just a minute. You don't have a clue what happened. No, we just don't have enough information. October 16th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Wrong, Maya. Him. Flash. Is this guy really him? You mean that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client? It's him. Yeah, I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder. At least once. Maybe twice. Whoa. What are you saying? Yes! Something wrong? No. This is getting a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you? Disappointed? Oh no. No, it's okay. This is the real me. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask, I just decided I'd never show my face in public until the job was over. The kids, you know? I didn't want to wreck their dreams. Oh. I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now. Nick. He's a good guy. I mean, he's good. Yeah. He didn't do it. Phoenix is just standing there with his hands like up in the air, like, like, what do you mean? What happened? Maybe you could start by telling us what happened? Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. But, the cast came down to Global Studios for a rundown. They went through a few action sequences at 10 that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the magistrate was, laying in a crumpled heap near the set. Off his mask and discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He'd been expertly skewered? Whoa. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. Samurai spear? Yeah, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is? Nick! Did you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world. Hey, who's new to this? No, it's alright, really. The Steel Samurai is a lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the street of Neo Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning, I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some of the action scenes until noon. Oh god, I just noticed. So this old lady is a reoccurring character that... Oh, man. Rehearsal was to begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So, after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room, but when I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. I was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder. Some action hero. The kids think... I think you should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right. Global Studios. I'll draw you a map. Oh, Nick, let's go! I am willing to bet $10 that she is asking for autographs. Thank you, Mr. Powers. Time to go to... Why am I getting texted? Who's texting me? It's my dad. Oh, it's my mom. It's my mom. October 6th, Global Studios main gate. Oh, so this is where they make the Steel Samurai show. Awesome! Aren't you excited? Hey! You there! You want in? You gotta go through me. Oh, sorry. We're, lawyers? Oh, yeah? Oh, that's great. I'm security. Oh, I accidentally pressed court record. It's my job to make sure that you gawkers like you stay out. Gawkers? Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. You know the type. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youth today. Something horrible. Oh my god, she's still go. Okay. I'm not the one progressing this. Dude, I literally can't control the conversation right now. She just got on this huge rant. Nick? You have to be like her. Please say no. I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen, when you're being spoken to today. Oh, what do you do at the studio? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, it's in my younger days. No, you were a star? Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie. Oh. Place has really gone downhill, you know? You know the progress button you used to advance the conversation? Yeah, yeah, I took that over. You have no control how my script goes. I think it's because she was going in a rant about the youth these days, kind of thing, and so they were like making a joke about how you couldn't make her stop talking. But 10 years ago, now the studio was a dream. Him was a big star back then too. Was. Hammer? The victim dummy? The evil magistrate? He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? Not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was going to be capable of doing what he did. Poor Jack Hammer. I don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty. Powers? Of course he's guilty! How do I know? I know everything, that's my job. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew him. Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing with the Dynamite Samurai series. I've heard of that. There was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got a lucky break after that, or unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing a villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain that Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was. I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5, and when they found the body. Now, the studio where the murder takes place is to the left here. If you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went in there between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. That person was Mr. Powers? Mm-hmm. I saw him. But Mr. Powers said that he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. He was the only one that walked by. He's the killer. You can bet your biscuits on that. It's about time you headed home. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request. Maybe I'll just let you in. I think this lady here thinks she owns the place, obviously. Okay, so I need to go back to the detention center. Hello? How is the studio? They all think I did it, don't they? No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick? Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Can I have the... Oh, I already know what his alibi is. Your alibi. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said you were sleeping in a dressing room after lunch. Yeah, like a baby. But the security lady said that she saw you that day. She said that you were headed towards the scene of the crime. What? That's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this whole lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know, I'm sorry. I swear to you, on my mama's grave, I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me? What did she see? She didn't see me lying. About the security guard at the main gate at the studio. Oh, the security lady? She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking. Yeah, actually, she said the same to me before. Take that mask, or take off that mask. You were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio. But let us see you stumble once, and she'll never let you up on it. She's got some nerve. Do you think you could write up a letter of formally requesting my representation? Of course. Powers this request. Document proving Will Powers' request for an attorney. I just hope this will be enough to get me past that security lady. Back to the studio. Take that. I have a letter. Ma'am, you would have a look at this? Letter of request from Mr. Powers. Yes, I recognize that bold, childish scrawl. Powers' request was given to the security lady. Think he would entrust his fate to a youth of such unreliable appearance? Really? Wait. Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studio. No going to the right, that's the employee area. When allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself. Hey, Nick! Perhaps in the security guard station. Hey, not bad. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you. Well, time to go, Nick. 50 cents. Side maps of the global studio were added to the court record. Can I still talk to her? No, I can't. Okay. We are going outside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Are you that murderer from the other day? Oh, that's the confused detective. Hey, pal, you know, Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset, and it's your fault. I'm sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So? Hey! He's depressed. It's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? Feelings. Oh, sorry. Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. Right, pal? My fault. I can blame other people all I want, but I know the truth in my heart. Hey! Don't take it so hard. It's always the next case. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here? Well, we're on this case too, pal. Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait. I'd say he's a character, all right. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said, she's a sucker for authority. She gave me a piece of valuable evidence, too. What? What kind of evidence? Well, that, the photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime. What? Who took it? See the camera up on the gate, pal? Gate? Oh, you mean the welcome sign? Yeah. But whenever someone walks by, the camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh. He has evidence. We're finished. For someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Heck. You need to be a little more indirect with your questions. Right. So, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Jack's autopsy report. Time of death, 10:15 or October 15th at 2:30 p.m. He cause of death was stabbed with a spear. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. However you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. It's someone around here. So, Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out. I still have one more thing to ask him, though. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At the time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was at 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Mr. Powers. No one else, pal. If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, that's true. Anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. Okay, so I can move. We can go... Wait, I don't want to go back to the main gate. This is the only place I can go now is the main gate, though. Nick, look! The dirty lady in the guard station is stuffing her face with donuts. Guess all the cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough that she need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied that Powers is guilty yet? She had to make murder by giving that detective photo. Graphic proof. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk to the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took that photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in the central position. No matter where you go, you pass through by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1. And the murder happened around 2:30, you see? The only one I seen go through there, between 1 and 2:30, was Powers himself. Security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one who did it, I don't know who is. Good one, Sonny. Was the victim Mr. Hammer a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense? Oh, yeah! He was great as the bearded samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate. A disgrace, I tell ya. Hammer took it really hard. And how can you blame him? About the security camera? Oh yeah, the camera! It's automatic. It can tell it when someone walks through the gate, you see. And then it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes a picture, too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view the pictures from the computer over at the station. I check them every day before I go home, I do. Okay, so that's not much help. So... let's go to... I can't move past here, so let's go to the employee area. October 16th, Global Studios, employee area. Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Powers' dressing room! No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Take a look around! Huh? There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must have been neat to have your own room like this. Window into the dressing room. Glass is frosted, so I can't see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh. Oh. Huh. Expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this. First. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. T-bone? That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach for steaks. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. I want to know a lot about the industry. No, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Knock, knock. Door to the dressing room. It's not locked. Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? I don't know. There might be something like the samurai's spear? You don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. I think that's everything. Wait, slide? Oh! Never mind, we're not done yet. There's a half-finished background for a stage here. It's like a castle. Probably Neo-old Tokyo castle. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? He says that as somebody who doesn't own a car and bikes everywhere. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. Pretty big drain. It could probably fit through there, I bet. Ah, you snuck into that. If you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Hey, I'm not a kid. Thank you, Zero. I think that's everything now. Oh, wait. Right, that's used to cover the drain. A little bent. I don't think it would fit back on if we tried. I think that's everything now. Dressing room. October 16th, Global Studios dressing room. Powers' dressing room. Where he was sleeping? Or at least, this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. Oh, this must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee key card. That must be Powers. Powers' says Studio 1. Take it, Nick. Borrow it. Borrow. Keycard. Keycard for studio employees. Grants at entry into Studio 1. It says we're not done with that bag yet. Your Honor, if the glove didn't fit. I wonder what else is inside Power's bag. Stop that. Training. Vast array of cosmetics here. Oh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie! Nick, let's try this on. No. And how can you tell that and tell the name of the show by looking at the wig? I kind of like samurai movies. Of. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. They must give these to the employee. Tea and cookies. Nick, I'm hungry. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets. What stomachs do you have? They always have mirrors like this in the dressing room. See, my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. I know that I need to be investigating over here. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. There's some regular suits in here among costume stuff. Those must be his own clothes. And to wear one of those costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. Locked. The kid doesn't open the window much. Huh. I guess it's kind of dusty outside. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. Okay, so I think the only thing I needed in here was that key card. So if I go back out here, the studio main gate, I can move here to Studio 1. I don't think I can examine this area too well, other than this. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this key card we borrowed from the dressing room will work. It opened! All right, we're in! Is way too happy for some. I'm saying. What else is it? There's the camera. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes pictures of the people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went where. Number plate on the camera. ST1307. See the camera ID. A studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind? But what kind of monkey has that? Holding up a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted. Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took that tree down with it too. Detective Gumshoe, what's to the path down the left? It looks like a tree fell over the path. Oh, yeah. There's some, that way's kind of dangerous, so you should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. What happened at Studio 2? There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on rough times. Started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. You sure know a lot about this place, Detective. You know, you'd always quit being a detective and work here? Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Just what is that supposed to mean, pal? Bench. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I should take a short rest? Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on a case? Well, yeah, but hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. I think that's everything. Inside Studio 1. October 16th, Studio 1. What is it? They quiet all of a sudden. Did it give you shivers, Nick? White tape, it's so real. Oh, the evil magistrate did die here. And the steel samurai killed him. Her weapon was the samurai spear. Okay. Start with the outline of the body. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with the tape. The body was found still inside of the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny. I expected a spear stabbing would have left at least a few bloodstains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Oh, look at that camera! It must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Ooh, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, you! No touching that. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know. You know? No, I don't know. Were you? Oh, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Bill Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit. But, do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Hurry, leave it to us. Did you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yeah. I was in the studio the whole time. I was the only assistant on staff that day, see? Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And the studio was only rehearsal for action sequences. And yesterday was only for rehearsal for action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area, and WP and Hammer were there along with everyone else. Employee area, that's where Powers is... Oh, I fucking thought it was still the assistant. The employee area, that's where Powers' assistant, or Powers' dressing room is, right? I can't fucking read right now, dude. Oh. Yeah, that's the place. Eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. I keep accidentally pressing stuff. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. We're getting a confirmation of Will's alibi. Anything. WP was the only one who came into the studio. He has to be the killer. He didn't have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's something bothering me. Aha! So that's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Oh, I don't know about that. But that day, just after noon, I sensed that someone was here. Sensed? Yeah, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? I don't think so. The only thing that we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from... outside. Wait, if someone had to come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. So, you sensed someone other than the regular film crew that was at the studio? Yes, I think. Think doesn't cut it in a way. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came to the studio, she must have seen them. Thank you, Penny. October 16th, Global Studios main gate. What, you're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. Oh, shoot. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here today. Or here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am? Who was it? Who told you that? Who dare questions me? Alright, you better tell me quick. Spiky-haired cretin. Someone been complaining about the work I do, huh? We were just talking to the assistant. Studio 1. Her? She's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are all nowadays. Oh my god, she's going into a rant again. I can't. She left. Nick? It's our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Computer that runs the security system. Nick, maybe we can see the photo that powers on this computer. Maybe. Can I try the computer? Sure. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work these things, Nick? Looks like I just have to enter a few numbers. Okay, first I need the date of murder. Like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. That. And the security lady arrived at the guard station. 307. There, entered. Hey, printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. How is this a picture of Will Powers? Yeah. Well, he is the only one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective will be very happy with this photo as evidence. Oh, something's written on the back. October 5th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? No. The only one in the computer. So one's missing. One of them has been deleted. Hey, Nick! Can't we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. Put that security lady in her place with this. Right. Put her in her place. Here. That's what I said. Oh, anyway. Let's show her this photo and see what she has to say. Wait, not. Why not? Never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo has what we need for the trial. Still, Be better if had some idea who Kill Killer was. He is the security lady? Evil Nick. Dude, Evil Phoenix Wright would be so funny to watch. Wait. Isn't Evil Phoenix Wright just like Saul Goodman? Yes, pretty much. I don't know fucking anything about like Better Call Saul. I just know that he's supposed to be like a lawyer that takes on like any case and he'll always win. And it doesn't matter if you're like actually guilty or not, he'll like win you your case. October 18th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Why does he always get to start? Why don't I ever get to start? Prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Lobo Studio. I liked the one clip I've seen where he pretty much just tricks the witness of identifying the wrong person. Huh. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all but point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Wright, the prosecution may call its first witness. Oh my god, Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Why do I just what am I, chopped liver over here? Just standing? Very well, I will call the most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it is important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Hi, Gold! Past the security station, there's gates, see? Past that are the studios. And here is Studio 1. The scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only three people here. Victim Jack Hammer, the defendant Will Powers, and the young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until about noon. Then after lunch, the victim Jack Hammer went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day at 5 p.m. Production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Time of death was 30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anything you'd like to hear that again? Listen to the whole thing again? No, I think we're okay. I think I could probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. Oh, medieval. Samurai spear. The spear was found stuck in the chest of the victim. Your Honor, the case is quite simple if you ask one question, and that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Good. Let's call the security officer to the stand. I really don't want to voice this. Just because I know how she reacts. I don't know a whole lot about this case. At least I don't remember too much about this case. I just remember this character really specifically. Will the witness declare her name? Also, I do know there's a running joke in the Phoenix Wright games that Edgeworth cannot get people to say their names when he like calls witnesses. He cannot for the life of him get them to give him a straight answer right away. Hi, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh dear, there's no need to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. It seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their name. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. Oh god, I can't. She keeps going. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone had to have passed by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. Here's one hell of an old bag. Witness's account. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest of them had been running through there since this morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station, and I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because the certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man was right there, and he was headed towards the studio. You saw the defendant, then? Oh, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so... She said, when did she say that she saw the... Tell me a little bit more about that. Who? Are you sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't catch the skivvies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. So, am I supposed to show her the second picture? Because it says photo number 2. Okay, hold on. So let's try... Objection! As it says, it's the second photo, so there's the first one. Let me get this straight, old bag. I mean, Miss Old Bag. You were saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. This old bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you not any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that that's Powers, right? Well, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True. Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that does not mean that Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness. Having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. He's even surprised. And Edgeworth called her up to the stand. He's like, okay, I got this in the bag. I don't need to worry about losing this case. And she fucking starts talking. He's over here. He's like, the picture gets put down onto the stand, and he's sitting here going, what have I done? He's like got his head in his hands, like staring at the picture going, what have I done? Prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known that all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know that everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't oh my god, this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Ow. Old windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. He's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. The man in the photo, witness testimony. I never said anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a real big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Actually, to me, it looks like the pants are too long. But he sprained it. Oh. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Just behind. Press her until she squeals. Man in the photo. Cross-examination. So, why were you watching Trip and Fall? Yes! And to think he was supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So, Powers strained his ankle. I helped to make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's skip over that part, shall we? Where is the assistant, then? Want to know the truth? You can't handle the truth. Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' sprained oh my god, Powers' sprained ankle. Okay, continue your testimony. Broke one of the props. What? Sure did. His own samurai spear. Spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I better write that down on the court record. The murder weapon. A break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. So, was Mr. Powers' ankle sprained badly? Not as bad as that, not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room rest up after lunch. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? There is one thing that bothers me. Where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. How is that not important? It's the clothes that the murderer wore. How is that not important? And it's clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. That's right. Sure about that, Your Honor? No. How is that not important? We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Powers. The defense does have a point. I also wonder if someone else could not have, oh my god. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have the possibility to consider too. Well then, allow me to remove doubt from your mind, Mr. Honor, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Witness account continued. The time of poor Hammer's death was about 2:30. True? The only person I saw going to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have been, or would have to be the steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, so let me look at what I got. Okay, so I have... dragging one leg. Can I look at this? Okay. But how did you see him if he was in the... Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. But so then why is this photo number 2? What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention... If they had, I would have seen them. Trying to figure out what I need here. Are you sure?
Objection!
Witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. Let him have him, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. You to look forward to, perhaps? Dude, I don't know. Well, wait. No one else went in there, but... Where's the first photo? I want to ask her about the photo, but, like, where to present it? Can I press her on this? I'm trying to press her on everything just to see, like, if something stands out. Nothing's standing out. How do you know that? Oh, didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. Then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. See, Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. I don't think this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm gonna try this.
Objection!
Because this is the second photo, so this can't be right. The music stopped, which is a good sign. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by this camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by there, it automatically takes a picture? Here, I thought you didn't know your own head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Ooh. You know, if you wanted to work for the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. None that were on the back, or note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know what that means. It was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo 2? Computer only held the data for one photo that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1? If it really was the only photo? Order. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I wanted to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet, here is the only data, or there is only data for one of the photos. Where or who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access the security lady herself. Watch your mouth, the whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. On the camera on the gate fired, but the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Oh, well, yes. That's what it would mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help me. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, old bag? Oh, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Seal Samurai? Oh, well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. See. Your testimony, please. Witness testimony, the other person. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now that I remember throwing out one photo that day. This old bag, that is the first I've heard of this. Of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn quite unexpected, but I kind of expected it. Cross-examination, the other person. I have one important job. Go through the photos recorded on the computer screen. Throw out photos that are not suspicious. Okay. What exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part. The most part? This is a murder trial, old bag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? Wait. Where is that photo now? It's still in the garbage? Well, who the heck was in the photo that you erased? A fanboy. A fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. They're real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh who knows where. They were always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there is a drain that goes to the employee area. The grate's been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. The drain? Told you they were freaks. Oh, and the kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. Boy in 2nd or 3rd. I'd assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for the young boy to wield the samurai spear. Possible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right! As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick? What's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. And they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers? Yeah? Be straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai and the security? Should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal the Steel Samurai costume, so where does this leave me? But good. The only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for time. Drop my bottle cap. Fuck. Just hold on. I kind of need that. Hold on. Oh my god, where did it go? Oh no! I think it rolled away. No, my bottle cap. I have to chug it. I don't want to have another spilling on the keyboard incident, so like anything that I cannot have open drinks on my desk is like the rule now. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we'll get another day. Wait, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does this mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for the verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's... There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not take kindly to accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Okay. Just because I'm a giant worrywart, I'm saving. Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. Who is the person? Okay, so... They've already said that the boy can't have lifted the spear, which makes me think I can't use him. That's what we need to get him, because he's a witness. About the assistant girl? The assistant. Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, became the Steel Samurai. So you're saying that the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant? That's correct, Your Honor.
Objection!
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot. No, he wasn't. Because the pants are too long. I pointed out earlier that I thought the pants looked too long. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury? Concerning Powers' injury. Powers and poor Hammer were doing a run through, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, she was cleaning up the back rooms. She did not know about Powers' ankle. She doesn't have to know. The assistant knew nothing about Mr. Powers' ankle. She could look like the Steel Samurai, the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she could not walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have been limping. And it takes the legs out from under that case. You're right, I'm afraid I have to penalize. What? You waited that long to... Fine. We move on. The fight's not over. Hold on. Do I have to call the boy? I have to call the boy? It was the grade school boy. Why isn't anyone saying anything? Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran actor star with a spear. For one thing, the murder weapon was the Steel Samurai. Murder weapon was the Steel Samurai? He just picks up the Steel Samurai. He's like 10 years old. He just starts swinging the guy around. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him? Absolutely, Nick. I have to say it's the security lady? Clearly they have never heard of David and Goliath. I'm afraid that I have to penalize you as a thing. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. May we move on, Mr. Wright. This fight isn't over yet. Okay, hold on. So now I have to say it's the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There's only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, old bag. What? Whippersnapper. Order. Order. This true old bag? Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. They slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through all the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. Alright, where'd Edgeworth pounces? Didn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What is that supposed to mean? So you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something! Sherlock Holmes 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm actually a massive Sherlock Holmes fan, and I feel like it's kind of embarrassing to admit. I really, really like Sherlock Holmes. I have, like, on my shelf over here, I have 2 or 3 collections of all of the Sherlock Holmes stories that were written. One of which was printed in, like, the 1920s. And then I have, like... Is that everything I've gotten? I don't know if this... No? Most of it's kept on, like, the fancy shelf, so... Yeah, that's everything I've gotten here. But I have, like, a whole bunch of, like... Sherlock Holmes themed, like, stories, like, not from actually, like, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle or anything. Like, I have a bunch of, like, oh, Sherlock Holmes, like, stuff, but not necessarily, like, the real ones. The real stories are all in my collections, and then the things like that were on the fancy shelf. But, yeah. What's my move? Maybe now is the chance to take... Away? Give Granny a break. Press further. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something as horrible as murdering Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. Did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. Hard feelings, I hope. Oh, wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, wasn't it? That doesn't matter! When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids mean to your elders day? Dapper. I have proof. Photo she erased? Were you in like an ad break or something? She erased, there were 2 photos, remember? So this is photo number 2. And she says that she deletes photos that she doesn't find suspicious, and the other photo was of a kid that broke into the studio that she didn't find to be suspicious. Proof? Indeed? Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed the murder. Weapon itself? Or I guess the costume? I have no idea, because, like, they said that the murder weapon's too heavy for him to have picked up because he's too little. But the thing is, with the picture, it's clearly they're too tall to be a kid. Or the key card. Where would the kid have gotten a key card? Because it's only for employees. He couldn't have had a key card.
Take that!
The scene of the murder, as we all know, was in Studio 1. However, you need a key card to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a key card? Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Murderer is actually Billy Baxton, aka Shazam. Windbag is speechless. It's gotta be a first. Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Wendy... What was her name? Old Bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait a second. I am not going to just sit here while you're all off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Not sure if you know Shazam's powers. I don't, actually. I do not know what Shazam's powers are. I know the character, but I don't know what he does. It's kind of like where it's like, oh my god, what is it? Homelander? No, that's not the name of it. The Boys. Is the name of the show The Boys? I don't know. It's like, the one that sticks out to me specifically is like Homelander. Like, I know what he looks like, but I don't know what he fucking does. I've just seen like pictures of him, and like they're doing, like, I play Call of Duty, right? They have like a Homelander skin. I flat out don't know what it's like. I know it's supposed to be for a show, but like I don't know what his powers are. I just know what he looks like. Miss Oldbag, what is this about? You have omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Kind of like Superman, except that his tall identity... Kind of like Superman, except that his tall identity is a 12-year-old, or is a 10-year-old boy. Oh, his real identity is a 10-year-old boy that transforms into an adult? Really? That's really funny, actually. I did not know that. It wasn't Edgeworth that told me. Well, testify. Witness testimony. My lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to remain quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So, they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're gonna go accusing me, I'm not going to let them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap. And I always do what I'm told. It's a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? How do I cross-examine this? Dude, she just said there were other people at the studio that day. Don't we need to just call the people that were in the studio that day? Wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were they? Who were these people? The director, the producer, for starters. Director? Should have known something fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Well, yes, well, I was surprised no one talked about it. So, where were these other people? The director was in the director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, the Studio 2 trailer. 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, yeah. Didn't they say that Studio 2 is dangerous, since that's why we couldn't go there? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and then all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue your cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... How can you be so sure that they didn't have something to do with it, lady? Old bag, this trial is for murder. I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side. So you got your bonus and you still talked. I've asked all the questions I have to ask. They keep saying, like, I've asked all the questions that I have to. But, like... Studio murder. They said they had nothing to do with it. They told me just to pretend that they weren't there. Why? So they were actually in the studio? Hush money? Yeah, hush money. Essentially. Yes, the whole day. When they heard about the murder, they beat me before the they beat it before the cops came. I was gonna say they beat me to it, and that wasn't right. How is that not relevant? Kill this woman, I swear. I feel sorry for Edgeworth, almost. Probably left it hanging on this one. Was that not relevant? She said because she got the bonus that she wouldn't talk, but because we started accusing her of murder, she's like, oh, those guys? I'm throwing them all under the train. A bus doesn't seem large enough, so I'm throwing them under a train instead. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. That's fine, so tell me who they are. Them? Who were these people? Director and the producer. Oh shoot, she's just gonna tell me the same thing. I would have called mistrial after this point. Okay, she's just gonna tell us the same thing. I've asked all the questions I need. We have learned that there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director, the producer, and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that this is impossible to declare the verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness tag for more information about these other people that have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Not exactly a mistrial, but he's at least postponing it. October 18th, 1:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. It was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really, it's nothing. Or should I say... We'll be going down to the studio to get some more, to do some more investigating. We'll have to find out more about this director and the caution. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses, certain. So, now's my chance to get the material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, we figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume. Could it have really been Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. So do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take her off of Mr. Powers. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's go down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit soon. Thanks, guys. To be continued. I am actually, I think, gonna stop this here for now. Because, so my mom is out of town right now. Which means that I'm in charge of getting dinner situated, and I haven't been to the store yet. So I need to head out a little early. Not only do I need to go get stuff for dinner, but also I have to pick up a prescription for my mom. So I have to get out of here just a little bit earlier today. But we will pick this up. A save so I don't forget. And we will pick this up on Saturday. Next Saturday. I hope you guys... Oh, Crucy, I hope you didn't just get here. I'm so sorry. We're leaving. I'm leaving right now. I have to go to the store. But because my thing was so short, we're gonna do a raid. I just gotta figure out if there's anybody on. I don't know if anybody's on. Unless somebody has a suggestion. On. Oh, Crucy's on. Why are you here? What are you doing? Here, so you don't have to try to balance both. There. I'm gonna raise you guys into Crucy. It looks like he is playing Path of Exile. So, I will see you guys at a later time when I am not needing to go to the store. I will see you tomorrow for Persona. It's Persona 3 day tomorrow. I hope you guys have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever it is for you. See you guys.
Like a hand reaching for a handle, but to find that it was never there. Candidly, I can't handle knowing that it's all up in the air. I thought the world ended in March until I heard the doorbell ring. Can't keep from falling apart, but I'll glue back everything again. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end. This can't be the end of all that summer had to say. What little time has gone away. I'll glue it all back anyway. I'll glue it all back anyway. Like the wing of a sparrow.